This is the third time I'm trying to record this video. First time my mic wasn't on. Second time I was out of focus. If both things go wrong and I just post this video, you know I've hit the peak of isolation. Hello, if you're new here, my name is Hayley Chan, and if you're not new here, my name is still Hayley Chan. I got a new mic. Production value kind of went up, so please subscribe so that I can one day eventually monetize my videos. My bank account was crying, okay, and it has not recovered, but she is here now, and I hope she's working. That's all I can say. I know I might be late to the trend a little bit, but hear me out. I am in year 12, going through this whole isolation, quarantine situation, and so I thought, hey, maybe people might find this interesting. So if you're interested in what my life has been like, going through year 12 like this, please stay along for the ride. And if you're interested in more videos from me, from a 17-year-old Aussie, please consider chucking a sub down below and talking to me in the comments. I'd love to hear more from you and see you guys in my next videos. Am I out of focus still? If I look terrible, it's because I've recorded this 3 times, okay? You can deal with it, just like I deal with whatever's going on. Quarantine things, #. So, it's been really weird doing this thing, because like a month ago, all of a sudden it was like, okay, we're going into lockdown. We're going into whatever this isolation thing is. I live in Sydney, and so it was really abrupt for schools, at least. Nobody was ready. Nobody was prepared. Our teachers thought that we would make our own schedules, but nobody was prepared to go to homeschooling. So we all just stuck with the timetable. So nobody be prepared for this. It was good for me because I got an extra 1.5 hours because I wasn't commuting and traveling anymore. So I got to spend that time on sleeping in, working out, relaxing, watching movies, calling friends.
Hi! Give me a follow in the next 5 minutes. I might give you a follow back. And also, I'm doing a big giveaway sale. Corona masks. If you use the passcode "We Hate the Corona," then you will get a 0% discount.
Doing extra work if I needed to, which has been good for me. So I've enjoyed that bit, but that's about it. Class has been boring. Zooms are boring, really boring. You're not with any of your friends. You just listen to a teacher talk the whole time. So it's really boring. I thought that something was like cool was going to happen, that we'll be talking about cool stuff. So I tried to record one of my Zooms, and I was so bored. I mean, look, tell me this face. Tell me this person is not dead on the inside. Tell me she is enjoying her class and knows what is going on. Tell me, come on. Yeah, that's right. Some of the classes give us way too much work because for some reason they thought we can get it done quicker, even though our periods last still for 50 to 55 minutes, but they give us 2 hours worth of work, so it's a bit weird. And then other classes don't give us nearly enough work. And then I'm left there procrastinating because I don't want to get onto the too much work that I've got, because I'm in a time period where I have not enough work, but I don't have the motivation to work on a too much work. So in terms of assessments, my HSC has kind of been stuffed because I do mostly creative subjects. For entertainment, We're meant to be completing practical units. So you're meant to go in and work hands-on with lighting, work hands-on with audio and vision, but we can't do that because we can't be in class learning how to use them. We can't have live events to have practical assessments on. And NESA hasn't really responded to that. All we know is that if you have mandatory extra work hours, you don't have to do them anymore. But my class completed those last year, so it doesn't really apply to us. We have no information on how we really can practically complete our units. For drama, they cancelled GPs. And so now IP and exam weigh the same amount. I personally was really looking forward to doing a GP. I know that it's the point in time where you and your classmates get to know each other so much better. You form much stronger connections than you do in any other class because you're working with them so closely. But we don't get to do that. We have to focus on our IP and exams. And for me, I'm doing a monologue, and I don't think I will do as well on the monologue as I was going to do on the GP. The monologue was worth 30% as well, and the exam was worth 40, but now they're 50-50, which is, it is a big increase. And so it's going to be really difficult for a lot of us, I think. And my class, none of us know how to write a dramatic essay, so we're kind of stuffed. Ooh. Music, can't do ensembles either. You can only have a backing track or one accompanist, which is fine for the most part for a singer, unless you're doing a quartet or something. But for a drummer, it's a bit, it doesn't work as well. Any musician, or at least any jazz musician, would know that playing with live instruments, live musicians, is so different from playing to a track. You interact with the music differently. You interact with the musicians differently. You get a better outcome. The energy is different in the room in comparison to just playing to a track. You have nobody to bounce off. You have nobody to really accompany, and I can't even explain it. There's just no musicianship in playing to a track. Yeah, there's none of that. And so you can't really be assessed on that. And for a drummer, you at least need a piano and a bass. I can't do that. Thankfully, my school is able to record some backing tracks for me and with me. But I know some schools can't do that. And it's like they were trying to level the playing field, and it looks like they did, but then you get to certain types of musicians, certain instruments, and it just doesn't work that way. But holidays came round, and it was weird. I couldn't hang out with my friends like I normally do. Technically. I may have seen, a couple, but I couldn't go to a lunch with my group, or I couldn't, go to church and see my friends. I had to stay at home and social distance. So it was really sad not to be able to go to the city with my mates or see a movie with them or anything. It was sad. Instead, I spent a lot of time doing schoolwork because being in Year 12, they gave us a lot of work. I had some assignments, so I was working on that a lot, and it didn't really feel like a holiday. But I still got to do some leisurely things. I planted some plants, learned how to cook some things, watched some movies. Oh, and on the plant thing, if anybody knows how to stop bugs from chowing down on your plants, please let me know. It's really, really upsetting to wake up and then go check on your plants and half of your kale has been eaten. And you're like, well, mate, that wasn't for you. And so please let me know on solutions. Please help me, please. Because I want to eat my kale eventually, and my broccoli and my snow peas. But the bugs are kind of feasting on them before I can. So please help me. I watched a ton of movies and musicals. I watched every Studio Ghibli film. I watched a ton of bootlegs that don't exist on YouTube. Princess Mononoke, if I'm saying that right, please, or wrong, please tell me. Is my favorite Studio Ghibli film now, and Falsettos is one of my favorite musicals now. Beetlejuice is pretty cool too. Let me know what you guys think. What's your favorite movie? What's your favorite musical? What have you been watching in the holidays or throughout quarantine? And should I watch Tiger King? Been hearing a lot about it. Not sure if I should watch it. Not sure if I'll just get pissed off, and I don't want to watch something and get pissed off. Should I watch it or not? Let me know. One big thing that we missed here in Australia was Anzac Day. And Easter, but like for me, church was online and I still spent it with my family, so it wasn't that different, but it was still like sad that we couldn't do any fellowship. But Anzac Day was different. We couldn't have any real ceremony, and my school normally does an Anzac Day assembly, but we couldn't, and so it felt weird not being able to pay my respects to the people that fought for us. So Australia came together and was like, hey, let's stand on our driveways in the morning, let's light a candle and pay our respects. And musicians were like, hey, everybody play the last post in the morning on whatever instrument you can. And so I tried to do that. I am a drummer. Couldn't really play a melody such as the last post. My guitar, I only have an acoustic and that wouldn't really send anywhere. So I picked up my melodica. Hello, so it's 5:44 a.m. and I've got my melodica with me. It's the 25th of April, I think. Yes, and I'm about to play the last post. And yeah, it might not have the sound of a trumpet or any other brass instrument playing it, but I tried. All I wanted to do was pay my respects. I'm sorry if it sounds a bit offensive, and I'm sorry if I didn't play it that good, but I tried. I think it was cool that so many people participated though. I saw a lot of people out on my street standing with candles. It was heartwarming and it was emotional. And it was good to see the people on my street that some of them I didn't even know existed. But it was cool. And now I'm back at school. Still boring. Some of the year 12s for the next 2 weeks, if they have major works, they're allowed to go in at scheduled times to work on them. I went in today for extension 2. Tomorrow I go in for drama. It's a bit weird. Still social distancing from your friends, but it has to happen. On the 11th of May, we go back. The year 12s go back full time. But the other grades do, I don't know, they do 1 day a week or something. I don't know how it's going to work, to be honest. And I don't think the school knows either, but it's happening. So if you guys want to see a vlog from that, I can try and make it happen. But let me know if you want to see it or not. Stay tuned for the rest of my class of 2020 vids. There's a bit less coming through because we can't have as many carnivals. But I'm trying to film as much as I can, and I want this year to be really memorable for us. So please stay around for that. I'd love to share my 2020 experience with you guys. Other than that, stay safe and stay sane. And tell me what your quarantine has been like, what you're doing to pass time, what your school life has been like. Until next time, have a good one.